Hi, my name is Dean.
My name is Arun Krishna.
My name is Abhinav.
The University of Wisconsin at Madison is one of the larger campuses in the country. It spans around 933 acres. So, how do the students get around? There is the bike, the moped, and the bus. Bus provides an easy and convenient mode of transportation for the students, but unfortunately, since the bus is not frequent, students who have classes at odd times find it difficult to use the bus. Bike is another convenient mode of transportation, but most often than not, it becomes very difficult to commute between large distances.
Due to the oversaturation of the intersection between class time, we have thought of three different solutions that could help solve the problem. The first one is to change the stop sign intersection into signalization intersection. By adding the traffic lights at the intersection on Charter Street and Linden Street, vehicles and pedestrians would have a specific and enough time to cross the road. This will increase the safety and also the level of service of the road. The second solution is to close the Linden Street on weekday during class time from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Since most of the vehicles are going from the Linden Street to South Park of the North Charter Street, closing the Linden Street means that the intersection is no longer a T. This will make it safer for the pedestrian using Linden and Charter to get to the classes. The third solution is to replace the small parking lots with one large parking lot. We suggest that the smaller parking lots we have now indicated by red dots are replaced by one large parking lot shown. This means that the Charter and Linden node will no longer have moped traffic, which adds to the safety of the.
The University of Wisconsin-Madison has the largest moped population of any university in the United States. UW Transportation Services issues approximately 1,800 moped parking permits each academic year, and we also find a lot of moped in the campus without any parking permit. In 2011, there are about 49 moped accidents in the Madison area. With the prevalence of moped use at UW, policymakers are looking at reforms to both city and campus moped policy, according to a UW Transportation Services presentation on moped use.
I think it's a little unusual because of our winters. So obviously in winters, with the snow and the salt and the sand on the roads, it makes it extra hazardous, which is kind of odd that we do have the number of mopeds that we do. I think it's just become an easy way to maneuver on campus, And so, and it's, as the years have progressed, probably for the last 15, 20 years, more and more mopeds on campus, because they pretty much, up to this point, have been able to go and maneuver and park wherever they want. And there's starting to be restrictions, so that I think it's going to start to possibly decrease the number of mopeds, but it's an easy way to get around. I think it's multiple. I mean, some of the key violations that we see in law enforcement are the top 5 would be 2 on a moped, operation in a bike lane, failure to stop at a stop sign, failure to stop at a red light, and then operation on sidewalks. And for a project that I coordinate, a campus moped committee that I coordinate since March of 2006, we actually looked at crash data in the city and on campus from 2002 to 2006. And it was a wide variety. Some were at the fault of crashes were the fault of moped operators, some were the fault of vehicles. It really varied.
Our solution is, first, ask people to take a moped permit test so they will get familiar with the rules of driving a moped. The second is to build more sidewalk wiring on the roadside so the moped cannot drive on the pedestrian road. The last one will be the parking lot. Just like what we have talked about, we will build more parking lots to take over the smaller parking lots on each building.
I think that would help. I know some other universities have done that. One university, I think I heard they did kind of 4 general areas. This is just generally speaking, but kind of a north, south, east, and west parking lot for mopeds, and you park in one of those, and then once you're on campus, you need to use either bike, pedestrian, or bus modes to get around. I think, are you aware of the new moped permit policy that's taking place September 1st? Okay. So I think that is going to start to limit. They are going to start this summer. They're going to work on making that transition. And they're going to take away some of the moped parking areas. I think some of the smaller areas that are not well used, they're going to take away. I think they've also realized that the moped parking areas were technically, the students feel that they need to operate on the sidewalk to get to the moped parking area is not appropriate, because technically by law mopeds cannot operate on the sidewalk. If students are trying to get to moped parking permit areas, they need to walk their moped, but a majority of them don't know that or don't want to do that.